The first Descendant. I got to play a little bit of this game over the weekend. The timing for me was tough, personally. This was a game that I can see myself playing and streaming as well. Now, the little time I did have to play, I noticed a few things which I will discuss in a further video. My thoughts and things I kind of wish I would see them improve. But today's video is about Vably. Vably was one, she was one during the cross beta I liked. I personally like Freyna, Poison Queen at first. But after this beta test, I'm definitely going to be picking up Vably first. She's a great character. She leaves behind so many puddles that it looks like a massive ocean with all her abilities. You leave these puddles and enemies stand in it and they take AoE damage and are inflicted with a debuff. She's also amazing crowd control as well. Let's go over her skills. Vably skill 1, Bubble Bullet, fires a bullet that bounces in the direction you are facing. Skips 2 or 3 or 4 times and then it pops and nearby enemies will also receive AoE damage. The more times it bounces, the more damage it could do. I do believe when testing it does scale on how many enemies are nearby, and I believe there is a cap on how many bounces as well. I've seen anywhere from 1 to 4 bounces. On top of that, the bubble leaves a small puddle that leaves an AoE spot, and anyone in that AoE will take an effect called Laundry. You would notice any debuffs will be placed near on the enemy's health by their name. What does Laundry do? Well, you see right here that the electric resistance and chill resistance will be decreased, lowering enemies' elemental defense, allowing more damage to be taken by a certain friendly rabbit. Skill 2, Plop Plop. You pretty much set a spot, and once you confirm that spot, you teleport right there. It visually looks cool because it looks like you go under the water where you are standing, and then where you teleport at, you breach yourself like a dolphin coming out of the water, knocking back any nearby enemies and leaving a puddle behind as well. Her skill 3 is called Cleanup, or as the icon shows, a mermaid. So when I use this ability, I call it her mermaid state. You can't use any skills, but what you can do in exchange is move faster, take less damage, enemies don't block your path, and you leave behind a water path that when enemies walk by and stand in, again, they get debuffed and also take AoE damage. Now, her ultimate is her crowd control heavy launcher called Laundry Bomb. She has 3 bombs that can be fired, and when you fire the weapon, it can create a floating bubble. Now, it doesn't mention in her skill, but it will absorb nearby enemies into one bubble where they can take damage and keep being afflicted with Laundry debuff. This is great if you're in a team and you can do a call out letting your team know so you guys can plan accordingly to finish off the mobs. The launcher does go away after you fire all 3 shots or the timer expires. Vably is going to be my first Descendant when this game releases. Let me know what you guys think down below. Apparently, on June 7th, there will be a news release update. Will we finally get a release date to be able to play this game?